The seventh game of the ICC Champions Trophy between Australia and South Africa has officially been washed out. There was rain expected in Rawalpindi today before this game even started, and it has been raining since local time 2 p.m. in Rawalpindi, and that's the reason why the game has been washed out, because it was raining even prior to the game. Rain did not stop, and even at this point of time, as we talked, when the game has been washed out, the drizzle continues to take place in Rawalpindi. And because of this, the points table of the Group B has also gotten really excited. But this game was before we get to the points table, this game was supposed to be a really exciting one, because both the teams in South Africa and Australia were coming from 1-1 win each, and they both had won their opening game. Australia, if you remember, beating England in a absolutely emphatic victory, making it the highest chase in an ICC tournament, more than 350 runs. We saw Josh Inglis, Alex Carey over there playing a absolutely brilliant knock over there, taking Australia over the line. And on the other hand, the South African team, who had a rather comfortable victory against Afghanistan. It was going to be a really interesting game. Whichever team would have won would have all but secured their position in the semi-final, but that wasn't the case, because the game has been washed out. Both the teams have been given 1 point each, and now what this has done to the points table is going to be really interesting. We will be doing a separate video on what the permutations and combinations for Group B from here are going to be. But what this has done is that after 1 point each has been distributed to Australia and South Africa, every game in this group moving ahead is almost going to be a virtual knockout for all the teams. This group was seen as the group of death. It had South Africa, Australia, England and Afghanistan in it, and because of that reason, now that it has rained in Rawalpindi, now it has gotten even more interesting, because now all the teams that will be fancying their chances for the semi-finals. I'll just give you an example of South Africa and Australia. They had already won one game. If they would have even won one more game, they would have almost been through to the semi-final. But because of this, the rain that has actually washed the game out in Rawalpindi, both the teams have suffered their chances, because every game from here will be in a way straight knockout. Afghanistan here, as you can see, have played just one game, and England have also played just one game. So over here, Afghanistan and England are still to play 2-2 games. Afghanistan will be playing Australia and England, whereas England will be playing Afghanistan and South Africa in their next game. So if England end up winning even one game from here, then the scenarios will get really exciting. And same case for Afghanistan as well. What this rain curtailed game has done is given more chances to a side like Afghanistan, and sides like South Africa, Australia will be a little disappointed, because what happens with big teams is that now this Group B has come down to just one bad day or good day, which can absolutely change fortunes for any of the teams. This is an advantage for Afghanistan, who might have had a problem if they had to play and win 2 games and get through to the semi-final. But now if they end up winning even one game, which they are set to play against an England or an Australia, then they might just fancy their chances. But like I told you, I will be doing a separate video on what the permutations, combinations are going to be. But the latest news from the Champions Trophy, Rawalpindi, we are getting in for you is that the match has been abandoned due to rain. The rain hasn't stopped. It was raining since morning in Rawalpindi. There were 80% chances already that the rain will come into play, and both Australia and South Africa have been given 1 point each, and Group B is now absolutely wide open. Any two teams can be the one to qualify for the semi-final, where we see in Group A everything is sorted. Both teams are secured their positions in semi-final. India and New Zealand, it's absolutely different. On the contrary, in Group B, it is going to be absolutely wide open which two teams are going to go through. So stay tuned for the video of the permutations, combinations that we are coming up with very shortly. So stay tuned for that. Press the bell icon so that as soon as that video is up, you guys are notified first up. But for now, that is all that I've got for you in this video. We will be joining you for the dugout as well. 7 p.m. is the time when we will be joining you. We might have Nikhil sir as well joining us from it's a surprise for you. You guys can see it for yourself in the dugout. But for now, that is all. I'll be signing off. If you haven't subscribed to Sports Today, do not forget to subscribe as well.